ready.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Empowering Word. We are glad to be back here in the Empowering Network studios. Listen, guys, welcome. Before I go any further about our mission and vision, I just want to take the time out to simply say thank you, guys. I appreciate you and I love you guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for pushing us here to be better. Just thank you. Thank you. Your feedback, everything. It means a lot to us and what we're trying to build here. Thank you. That's all I can simply say is just thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you even more. Now, our mission to empower world leaders to be the change that they want to see, and our vision to spark worldwide awareness. So again, we say welcome to the Empower Network. And as I'm speeding along this, because I want to get to the lesson right away today, freedom, the meaning of life. Check it out. I'm telling you, it's worth it if you're in need of encouragement. If you're even looking for an inspirational story of young people who have decided to give their life to Christ. This is the book right here. Right here. Freedom, Meaning of Life by Mike Wallace and 3 publications. So again, check that out. I'm excited to be back, you guys. I'm excited to be back. I will say this though as well. Be on the lookout. We have more empowered and more things coming up within the upcoming months, within quarter number 2 this year. We're excited. Like we have some work we need to do. And I'm excited to get to work because Lord knows we have a goal in mind and we won't stop until we see that goal come to fruition. So with that being said, we're going to pray. We're going to dive right into today's lesson. Father God, we thank you for allowing us to see another day, oh God. Lord, we thank you for this opportunity to teach, oh God. Lord, allow me to decrease so that you may increase, oh God. Lord, let something be said to encourage your people, to inspire your people. Lord, help us to get out of our lows, oh God. In your precious name we pray. Amen and amen. Excuse me. All right. So if you guys could turn with me to Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. I'm going to read from the ESV version today. It simply says this. Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Put on is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing. I like that. Read it one more time. Therefore I tell you, do not be anxious about your life, what you will drink, nor about your body. What you put on is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing. And for a topic today, I want to use I'm pressed. I'm pressed. Now, to be pressed, it means to cause or move in a position of contact with something exerting physical force. Flatten. And if I could add a mic twist to the definition, if I could add a little mic to it, I want to just simply say that to cause exertion on all levels, results may vary, depending on the said item. And the said item I want to talk about today is us. Yes, us. Now, my brother and my sister, this is something that's been on my heart very, very heavily for a while. It's something that I wanted to get off my chest for a while. I've been praying. I said, God, when can I talk about this? And today just so happened to be the day, but pressed. We are pressed. We've been told time and time again, we've been told throughout the course of our life that pressure is what makes us and what molds us, and pressure is what separates the good from the great. But my reality, my real life is saying that this press has drained me, and the odds of a diamond being formed is slim to none right now. Now let's take a moment to backtrack. Do you remember the time in which you first found your passion? Do you remember the time when inspiration first struck you? Do you remember the high level of excitement and the readiness you had to work when you first figured out what it was you wanted to do? Do you remember the point in time in which God had called you to your appointed role? During the course of this time, it's amazing how we were so willing to learn. We were so willing to be groomed and taught in this respected area. It's amazing how when we first fell in love, that there were new levels, there were new places and spaces that we did not know existed in our respected field. And it's amazing how goals have now become a heavy part of your focus in regards to that area. Platforms, opportunities, tables are looking mighty scrumptious now at this point of your life. Now, whether this has been something you wanted to do or whether this has been something your family has pushed on you, this has now consumed your life. And if I can be honest, that I'm gonna just say how I feel it right now. The things that I just mentioned before are things that simply come with it. And that's not the problem. That is simply not the problem. The problem is now, how do we handle exertion? Where does this exertion lead us to? Now, before I go any further into this, I want to take a moment. I want to make it known today that there will always be pressure no matter what you do. There will always be people in your ear. There will always be naysayers. There will always be, listen, it will always be there no matter how far or how high you go. But the problem is how we handle it. How have you chosen to handle yourself? How have you chosen to exert your energy and effort? How? And the crazy thing about it is that how you've chosen to exert yourself in the previous stages determine how you handle this pressure. As I said in the TikTok a few weeks ago, I said how you handle your season of your hidden season is how you handle your season in the light. It all comes to light when the time is right. I made it wrong. Now, initially starting off, again, it didn't feel as much of a press. It didn't feel like you were exerting yourself heavily because this was something you wanted to do. Your desire was on 10. Your fire, your passion was on 10. You were ready. It wasn't anything for you to pull an all-nighter. It wasn't anything for you to ask for help. It wasn't anything for you to go on YouTube. It wasn't anything for you to be bold enough to go to someone near and say, hey, how'd you do this? Or how do you get there? How do you do that? What are some words of advice? What are some tips you could give me? It wasn't anything for you. For our students out there, it wasn't anything for us when we first got to high school and the guidance counselor asked us, what did you want to do? It wasn't anything for us to say what we wanted to do, how we were going to get there, but how else you wanted to. It wasn't anything for us to be prepared and to want to prepare ourselves for what was next. It wasn't anything for us in that moment. And you don't feel exerted yet. Now, as you continue forward, as we stay here numerous times, as opportunities seem to arise, seems to be a popular line this year, as opportunities seem to arise, you're gaining momentum, you're starting to go up, you still don't feel that level of exertion yet. You still don't feel the press yet. You're still on cloud nine. You're like, yes, I am excited to be doing this. Yes, let's do it. Let's go. Now, not that I'm saying it all goes downhill from here, but what I will say that there is a subtle change that happens. Once you make it, once you get to where you worked so hard to go, what once fulfilled you, what once gave you the gratification, what once gave you the satisfaction, what once gave you everything you need to let you know you were on the right track isn't enough anymore. And now the press has begun. You have now entered a place in which the love and the passion has put you in a position in which you've envisioned yourself to be time and time again. You've dreamed for years and years and years to be there. And all is well from the outside looking in. Everyone's like, oh, they're so happy to be at that level. They made it. That's my boy. That's my girl. And on the inside, you're like, this is not what I thought it would be. And now you still have to figure out how to give 100% effort every time you step foot on that field, on the stage, on that instrument, whatever. You now have to figure out a way to give 100% every single day. And you don't know how. You don't know what to do. It's a press. The press has now begun. And the thing about it, it's sad because there's a lot of emotions on the inside. There's a lot of feelings that come along with this press. There's a lot of things that happens on the inside. And because they're all happening at one time and we don't know how to manage it, we don't know what's going on even, progression has been halted. Progression has stopped. Growth has completely stopped. Why? Why is this so? Why is it that we feel that there's no more motion upward anymore? Why does it feel as if we've got there and we're just there? There's a feeling of not being happy with who you are anymore. There's a feeling of regret even that comes with it. You're like, dang, I put in all this work for this? Was this even worth it anymore? And you now have entered a place in which there's different types of presses that happen and they now have gotten a hold of you. The first one, depression, where you're now feeling utterly dispirited and dejected. Your level of strength, your level of productivity has gone completely down. You're consistently, constantly tired and fatigued. So for some of us, we might feel suppressed. You might feel as if your development has now been prevented. You now feel restrained and stifled. You now feel as if either you cause this on yourself, you feel as if you can't go any further, or the environment in which you're in now, you feel as if they have been limiting you to such a place in which what you have to offer is you can't really bring it to the table. You just have to do what is asked, and that's it, that's all. You're suppressed. For some of us, we have been repressing feelings for so long. Yes, unconsciously blocking thoughts and impulses. You're keeping things suppressed. It's to work hand in hand. And last but not least, oppression. Yes, it causes you to feel distressed, anxious, or uncomfortable. Depressed. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. And if I can be honest yet again, all of these bring about the same level of stress and anxiety and panic of what do I do next? How do I get back happy? What am I supposed to do? What am I, God help me in this moment. God, I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. I'm pressed. God help me. Everything is draining the life out of me. I'm exerted. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? There's the often response that I hear oftentimes. It says, "There's more of me. I know there's more. I want more of me to come out. God, restore me to such a place in which I once was. Lord, help me to get back to a place in which that my habits, my routines that I went through on a daily basis doesn't feel like such a tug, such a draining thing to do. Lord, help me to get back to a place in which I was happy to work hard and smart, and in a place I was happy to put in the extra work. I was happy to show up to. I was happy. I was. Help me to get back to a place when I was first starstruck. Help me, God, help me. I'm pressed. It's so much pressure. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I can't do it the way I want it to. My creativity is completely thrown out. Lord, help me get back to such a place in which I once was before." And it's sad because anything in regards to that gift, anything in regards to that talent, anything in regards to that calling, you've gotten to a place in which it is simply draining. It's scary. It's sad. You're just simply drained. Anytime you're asked to do anything, before you can say the words no, before you can say the words "I'm not interested," you're drained. And because of that reason right there, some of us are under-exerting ourselves. Some of us are underperforming, underworking, because we feel incapable of any further suppressed or oppressed feelings. You have nothing left to give. You do not want to experience any more than what you already have, so you do nothing. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. Mom and dad are putting pressure on me. My family putting pressure on me. My job putting pressure on me. My respective fields pressure everywhere. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. Everyone's pushing and squeezing me. I'm drained. I'm overexerted. I'm flattened. I have nothing left to give. I'm pressed. I'm pressed. I'm sad all the time. I can't sleep. I'm tired, but I can't fall asleep. I know there's more. I'm suppressed. My creativity is stuck. I hear it. I see it. I feel it in my heart, but I can't get myself to release it. I'm pressed. I don't know what to do. I just want to be happy. I just want to be thriving and successful. What do I do? What do I do? Do I stay loyal to a grind that's destroying me? Or do I move forward? I'm going to say it again. Do I stay loyal to a grind that's destroying me? Or do I move forward? Will I hurt the others that were so heavily involved in their transformation of me they wanted to see if I decide to move forward? How will this affect the others that were so heavily involved in the transformation they wanted to see within me? How much will this hurt them if I decide to move forward? How will this hurt them if I move on? How do I even move forward? And it's sad thing, a lot of us stop right there and we just say, you know what, I'm just going to stay doing what I'm doing. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want anybody to talk about me. I don't want to let anyone down. We stop right there. If I stay loyal to a grind that's killing me, how much will this hurt others that were heavily involved in the transformation of me that they wanted to see? We stop right there. How do you move forward? What do I have to do in order to get the inspiration that once struck me back? What do I have to do to get the love for my gift, to get the love for my time, to get the love for my calling that I once had when I first initially got started? How do I get that passion that once fueled my fire back? How do I get the people, the right people, the right circle back that I once had before? What do I do? How do I move forward? I got the promotion already. I made it to the top already, but I'm not satisfied. I'm not fulfilled. I'm not feeling any gratification. Matter of fact, some of us are still grinding to get to that top, and you're not feeling it anymore. You're stuck. You're oppressed. You don't know what to do. You're stuck all around. You're like, okay, God, wait a minute. I shouldn't be this tired all the time. I shouldn't be this weak all the time. This ain't right. What am I supposed to do? I'm pressed. It would be easy for me to sit here and to tell you, go pray for your release and pray that God, releases you. Pray that God helps you release those feelings and emotions. Pray that God helps you find the right circle. It would be easy for me to sit here and to tell you that, but I'm going to go a little deeper than that. As I was praying about this lesson, that God told me, He told me today that in order to really get what you need, you have to realize that in addition to the release, there's some other things that are required. In addition to release, there's some things that you must realize, that the old love you once had, the old passion, the old fire, the old why is no longer valid. Matter of fact, the only thing that's still considered valid is your salvation, but everything else beforehand is no longer valid. Why? Because it has exerted you so much, it has pressed out so much of you to the point in which attempting to revive what used to be will be such a lost cause. It'll cause more damage and cause you to fall deeper into these feelings you already feel now. Why? Because it's already weak, it's already flatlined, it's literally trying to, like a flopping fish going up and down. Why would I do it? I'm going to say it again. The old love, the old passion, the old why, the old spark that you once had is no longer valid. It's been pressed out so much that attempting to reviving what used to be will cause more damage. Because one, the feeling would never be the same. And then two, those same feelings that you're feeling right now will only continue to enhance itself and heighten. But the Lord was telling me today that the release, yes, the release that you need, a healthy release, a healthy escape, yes, that is needed in addition to prayer. That is needed. But the God is saying that to get what you need, He's going to help you revamp, revive. Yes, He's going to revamp and revive. What is my prayer? God, revamp me, revive me. God, revamp and revive a love that I want to have, not once have, but that I want to have towards what you have given me to do, God. Revamp and revive a passion to do what you have called me to do. Revamp and revive a circle that will help keep me accountable. Revamp and revive my mindset, yes. Revamp and revive my overall health. Revamp and revive. I've been pressed long enough, God. I need you to revamp and revive. Pump life back into me. Breathe life back into me. Yes, revamp and revive that inspiration, that fire that I once had. Lord, revamp and revive my confidence to such a point in which I can make that decision to move forward, not because I don't want to disappoint anybody, but for the sake of me and my life, I can make the choice to move forward. I'm tired of being pressed. I'm tired of being drained. It's time to be revived. So God, revamp and revive me. Revamp and revive me. Revamp, revive, renew me. I'm tired of being suppressed. I'm tired of keeping the creativity in. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of not sleeping. I'm tired of not eating. I'm tired of shutting everyone out. I'm tired of feeling repressed. I'm tired of feeling open. I'm tired of being anxious for nothing. I'm ready to be revived and revamped and to push for what God has called me to be. Revive, revamp, renew me, O Lord. I've been pressed long enough. What once was, man, that was cool. That taught me a lot. Yes, it taught me a lot. It taught me discipline. It taught me how to stay consistent. It taught me how to work hard. It taught me how to connect. It taught me how to network. It taught me how to expand my thinking. But that doesn't cut it anymore, God. I need to be revamped, renewed, and revived. I've been so scared to make this next step for so long. I've been so scared to inquire you about what's next for so long, out of fear of what they will say or what they will feel. I've been so scared for so long. No. I'm tired of that, God. So, Lord, I'm asking you to revamp, renew, revive the vision, revive the passion, revive the goal, revive the love, revive, renew the fire, revamp me, God. I'm tired of being pressed. I don't just want release. I want to be back whole. I want to be back. I want a new happiness. I want to be back happy. I want a new happiness. I want a new joy. I want a new strength. I want a new fire. I want a new passion. I want to be able to exert. Oh, Jesus, hallelujah. I felt that in my spirit right now. I want to be able to exert myself for Christ. See, the problem is with pushing for so long, with so many people in our ears, with so many people guiding and trying to guide and lead us, we forget who we're exerting our energy for. We forget who we're exerting our efforts for. Because man has gotten such a hold of our ear, has gotten such a hold of our heart, it's drained us because all they've done is pulled from us, and God, all He wants to do is pour into us. We feel so pressed because man has pulled and taken when God is saying, all I want to do is pour and continue to renew and refill you. Give you more. I'm not here to take from you. I hear the Lord saying that right now. I'm not here to take from you. I'm not here. I'm not here to flatten you out. I'm here to fill you up so you can get the people that I have called you to get. I'm here to fill you up so you can do what I have called you to do. I'm here to fill you, revamp, and renew you. So on that great day, I can tell you, well done. So the choice is yours. Will you stay? Will you continue to be flattened? Will you continue to be pressed, overexerted, and drained? Or will you make that step today and say, Lord, I'm pressed. I need you to renew me. I need you to help me to release these things. I need to be revamped. Not for my glory, not for their glory, but for yours. As we continue to strive to make change, I want to see.
Are you ready?